Notice Julia is like way too excited about this National Clean Your Bedroom Day. So be honest, how clean is your bedroom right now? Would you let me see it, or would you be frantically cleaning it before you showed me? Well, our Julia is not only an eco warrior, she is a super mom, and she is going to share exactly how she gets her teenagers to keep their rooms clean. Hey, Jules, I think parents of teens everywhere are going to be paying close attention to this one.
I know, this is honestly, this National Clean Up Your Bedroom Day is the unofficial holiday that we celebrate every year in my house, because it's the only day that my kids clean their room without being asked. That's a total lie. My kids always have to be asked to clean their room. Like, never do they not clean their rooms. But you know what? I'm standing outside my youngest's bedroom. So I want to show you a little bit of the before he cleaned his room.
Okay.
So before you start gasping, before you're like, whoa, look at all of those dishes, and whoa, the clarinet in the laundry bin. Yes, I see all that. I just want to make it clear that in our house, my husband and I have a very, relaxed look at the bedroom. We take the bedroom as the kids' personal space.
Right.
And they are allowed to live in that personal space as how they feel fit and how they feel comfortable. Obviously with boundaries. Clearly, Scott was a little beyond the boundaries in the before shots. So Tracy, let me show you the after I've cleaned my room. Okay, here we go.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that!
Wow. Aww.
I know, so good. And you know what? It wasn't that hard to do. I think really I've got some tips that are going to get your teens motivated and excited about cleaning their room. The number one thing I'm going to say, Tracy, believe it or not, is explain what clean your room means. Okay, we're talking to teenagers here, Tracy. They see us as Charlie Brown's parents. They don't hear anything when you say clean your room. So what you need to do is really explain what that is. And in our family, what we decided is we create a really short list. So when I say clean your room, they know exactly what that means. So you make a list no longer than 4 items on it. And to make it different between each kid in the house and what works for your family. Maybe the desk is a mess and maybe something needs dusting and all that stuff. I'm not focused on that. Do the 4 things on our list and your room is now clean.
I like the personalizing. That is key. Your next tip, you have some very interesting advice. Do not help them clean their room ever. I'm failing.
Okay, no one's here to judge at all, Trace. But honestly, as moms, I gotta say, and as dads, and as caregivers, it is such our natural instinct to clean the room because you can do it better and faster, and it's done, and you're happier. But in the long run, it's not, in my opinion, the right thing to do. What you want to do is make sure they're cleaning it themselves. But Tracy, there is a really big difference than cleaning your child's room or assisting your child to make sure we have success, setting up the tips for success. So things like going through the room and realizing, oh my gosh, there's no waste paper basket in your room. Let's get that. Oh my gosh, where should we put your shoes? Let's solve that problem. A 13-year-old isn't going to be able to realize what needs to go to Goodwill, what needs to be recycled. So you sit down and you do that with them. Those are the things that we do. But when it comes to actually physically making the bed, I suggest that you don't do that and make sure your teen does it.
I'm going to try really hard. I'm going to try really hard. I totally agree. Independence is key because we're trying to raise good grown-ups that when they go out in the world, they know how to wash dishes and do laundry and clean and dust and vacuum. You're absolutely right. So your last tip, though, might take a lot of convincing. What have you got for us?
Okay, so this one is one that is hard, not harder, it's just more, you got to stay on it. And that's really the tip, regular maintenance. And And from those before shots of Scott's room, you might realize that maybe there wasn't a lot of maintenance going on, okay? Mama's been a bit busy this past month, okay? So you really do want to stay on top of it because it helps the kids, it helps everything. Once it gets too far gone, it's really hard to stay on top of it. So I think regular maintenance is key. And then I think the other thing as well, Trace, is understanding, responsible consequences. Using the bedroom as a non-tidy place, as a threat, we all kind of do it, right? Oh, you can't go out until your bedroom's clean. If your father gets home and sees your room like that, you're in trouble. You want to make sure when you're using the bedroom as a threat that you're using it that's going to affect the child. So what I like to call it in my house is currency. What currency works with each kid? It's different. So my daughter, that's the phone. You take away her phone, her life is over. I take away her phone, her room is spotless. That's all I got to say. Now, my son, it's a little more, little PS4 there. He needs to be able to play some games. So that's the currency. So if I said to my son, clean up your room, I'm going to take away your phone, it doesn't work. But when I say, you know what, you're going to be limited on your time, boom, the room gets clean. And then also, Tracy, you can always remember, as a parent, you are always in charge of the Wi-Fi. Always. And you can shut it down whenever you need.
And everyone in your house will listen to you if you shut off that Wi-Fi. Jules, thank you so much. Oh, yeah, that's power right there. Great tips. And I was taking notes.